Hello and welcome to the video. It is September 15th, and what does that mean? It is time to kick off one of my favorite group builds, and that is the Unified Scale Automotive Content Creators Group Build, or what I'll call from now on the USACC Group Build. And what's cool about this group build, it is to unify or combine forces with all social media platforms that do scale automotive content creation, such as YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Anywhere that you may do social media scale automotive content, you can jump in on this group build. It starts today, September 15th, and will run through January 14th, where everyone is to reveal their kits on the same day. This year is going to be on a Sunday. Be a really cool kind of a Super Bowl Sunday for us in the scale model world. So again, this runs from September 15th through January 14th, which is a 4-month build time, so it's not too late to jump in. This may be kickoff day, but you still have time to get in and get your kit done before the big reveal day and join the rest of us. And the second major part of this group build that makes it so attractive for me is that everybody kind of starts with the same canvas or the same kit or tooling of the kit. For example, the first year was the AMT 40 Fords, which included the coupe sedans and sedan deliveries. They're all around the same tooling, very similar kits, but allowed you a little bit of variance to kind of show off your talents and take it your own way. This was before my channel started, but it was super cool to watch, a very enjoyable kind of series to follow along with, and kind of one of the big factors that made me want to jump in on YouTube was watching these group builds. The second year was the Monogram 70 Roadrunners and GTXs. My channel was only 2 or 3 weeks old when this group build was announced. I was lucky enough to jump in on it. I had a lot of fun. Again, I got to join everyone else, kind of showing off your own little flavor, fingerprints on a singular model kit. And it was really cool last year as that several of them made it into Model Cars magazine. So it was really cool to show off a little exposure there inside of the magazines. If you guys are kind of new to my channel and I have not seen that Roadrunner from last year, I kind of urge you guys to go check it out. It was a really cool review. A lot of people enjoyed it. It was kind of a big hit, and I think you guys will enjoy it too. I'll leave a link in the description for that guy. But now getting to this year's kit was chosen by Matt Inman over at Model Car Videos. It was kind of a random draw of all participants last year, which was really cool. And what he picked, not the 48 Ford that everybody had kind of pinned him to pick. My guess was going to be a Volkswagen Beetle, but it ended up not being either one of those. And what he ended up choosing was the Ford F100 from the 1950s, as you see in front of you. Yes, I know how many people are screaming at their screens saying that this is not the right kit. I know it's not the right kit, but it'd be a lot cooler if it was. Very cool kit, very modern tooling, but I know we picked the older tooling from Revell Monogram, so kind of fortunate enough that I just picked this kit up a week prior to the announcement of it. I plan to use it for another group build, but times and things change, so here it is, the 56 Ford F100. What's that? Oh, this isn't the right kit? Shoot. Okay, let me see what I got here. Oh, it must be the AMT 53 Ford pickup. This is such a cool pickup. I can't wait to build this. Super excited to jump on and build a custom. What's that? It's not the AMT? Well, which one is it? So we had 3 chances at a 1/25th scale F100, and Matt chose the 1/24 scale Monogram 55 Ford F100. And the reason behind it was his wife's first model build, which is cool. It's nice to have a connection, and it's going to be really cool to see what everybody does with it. Again, the 1/24th is going to make it a big pain for some of us. Kind of eliminates 80% of the model kit world as far as like kit bashing and part swapping, as a majority is 1/25th scale. So you've got Monogram that's 1/24th, or you have to look into maybe Japanese kits or into the 3D aftermarket to do any kind of part swapping. Again, I would love to do the custom pickup. I'm a big fan when it comes to these series pickups to do that kind of late 50s, early 60s style custom Ford. and there's not a whole lot of 50s and 60s parts out there by Monogram for doing part swapping. For those that have watched the channel, you see me do a box opening on Wednesday. It kind of showed off that it's got that Cobra 5.0 with fuel injection under the hood, which is kind of an ugly intake. It kind of looks like a George Foreman grill to me. So I was happy to see in that box opening that the triple carb and carbs are still in it from the earlier releases. There's no air cleaner, but I can at least work with the carbureted engine. At least gives me something a little better to look at, and I don't have to kind of source other places. But then again, under the front end, we have a torsion bar suspension, which is a modified change, as well as the rear end is an independent rear. This has all been kind of updated in this version to a 90s style custom, so it'll really restrict me as far as going to a period correct custom. So I'm really not sure which way I want to go with this kit. I could certainly do kind of a custom facade and still leave the modified suspension and everything under the hood or under the skin. So we'll see which way we go. If you guys have any comments, suggestions, thoughts on which way I should go with the kit, by all means, leave them in the comment section below. Like I said, I haven't locked down a way that I want to go with the kit yet. I still need to get into the kit a little bit more. This kit is still new. I just unbagged it for my box opening, so I haven't really dug in it, see, kind of compare parts and see what I can kit bash or modify. So again, we'll get into that now that the day has arrived that we can officially start on these kits. I look forward to digging into it. So super excited when this kit was picked to see a pickup chosen, as I think there's a lot of different directions that people can take a pickup, you know, from factory stock to custom to hot rod to pro street, pro touring to 4x4s and beyond. So I think it's going to be really cool. But then again, the 124 scale kind of handcuffs us there. Plus this kit's already been modified, so there's no pure stock or factory stock option in this kit. So again, kind of throws a curveball into it, and it'll be fun to see what everybody does with that curveball. Again, my initial instinct was to do a custom. That's about the only way that I really like these mid-50s Fords. They kind of have a droopy front end in my opinion, so putting the canted headlights, the custom grills and things like that kind of changes up that front end, gives it a little better look in my opinion. But again, thinking about the optional parts, everything's kind of in 1/25th scale for that 50s and 60s custom styling. So my next thought was a big yellow Ford from back in the day by the name of Frankenstein. I love the old school monster trucks. That's what I grew up on. Absolutely loved them. The old school car crushers from Frankenstein, Monster Vet, Rolling Thunder, and of course Bigfoot and Barefoot, USA 1, all those great classics. But again, there's a 1/24 scale, and then the old school full framer leaf spring style truck kits are getting pretty hard to find, a little pricey, so that's probably out the window for me, but I'd still love to see someone else build one if they want to go that way. Then the next thought after that was, again, kit bashing, thinking about that, what does Monogram offer, what else is in 1/24 scale, and then you think Japanese. Then the 2JZ comes up, turbocharged 2JZ, maybe a drift truck, or maybe a Pikes Peak hill climber, or like a time attack truck, something really radical, might be kind of fun. But then again, I don't know, I think there might be some other guys that go that route, and they're probably a lot better at that kind of stuff. I don't own a 3D printer, I would have to pay for my parts, so maybe someone else would jump on that option. And there's another popular option, or what I expect to be a popular option, and that is in the form of a drag truck or pro street. There's a Fred Henry lurking out there somewhere. There's a good chance we see a pro street truck, and it'll be cool to see those. I look forward to them. I'm just really not into building pro streets personally. I don't mind seeing them, but it's really kind of not my thing. And again, the whole front end of this truck doesn't really lean itself to being a drag truck, in my opinion. So again, if you guys have any options or opinions or thoughts that you would like to see me to do with it, whether it's one of those or something completely different, by all means, let me know. But until then, I'm going to say what I think I'm going to do, but there's a good chance. There's a lot of influence on my channel to go a certain direction, and there's good possibility maybe we do something along the lines of a dream truck, which would be pretty cool, or just a classic good looking Ford. We can really have some fun with the paint, and that's going to be kind of a specialty or a signature of what I plan on doing, is at least custom paint. No matter which way we go, if you guys would like to see in this magazine, make sure to stick around for my Monday mail and magazines. There's lots of cool custom eye candy inside, and I will show that off to you on one of my Monday mail and magazines. So until then, we'll see you next time.